son. So we do not want to replace them with another erring importers and brokers, Your Honor.
In all fairness to you, Commissioner Faeldon, because you were the one who deleted this 4,000 because they are not compliant with your requirements and your rules, it is the humble submission of this representation that having applied that system, then you have all the necessary information about the importers accredited by the BOC. That is a manifestation. With respect to the documents which you are requiring from the applicants for importation or importers accreditation, question Commissioner Faeldon. Alam nyo ang pangalan ng importer? Of course.
Hindi po. It's the company that's listed, not all the time the owner, ma'am. So we cannot really say that we know the owners of the importers, but the
So
names.
it depends. If the importer is an individual,
Yes, ma'am.
you will know the identity of the person.
The AMO office may know, Your Honor.
Okay. But if the importer is a company, then at least you have the name of the corporation. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
And for you to know the owners of this corporation, I wish to believe that you required also the articles of incorporation and the GIS of this corporation who applied for importers accreditation. Tama po ba yon?
Yes, Your Honor, the usual business requirement.
That's actually what we do kapag ka ang applicant ay corporation. Normally, even for purposes of business permit, ang kasunod po nating hinihingi is articles of incorporation along with the general information sheet. Do you agree with that, Commissioner Faeldon?
Yes, Your Honor.
O balikan ko po yung first question ko. You have the means to know kung sinong importer, whether he's an individual or a corporation, considering the documents that you are requiring during the importer's accreditation process.
Verifying the documents in the office, I think the customs has the means to do that.
Yes.
But going actually to check on the offices, that is where the customs lack the capability to personally verify some 12,000 offices nationwide.
But at least you were able to delete 4,000 out of the 12,000 accredited importers because you said earlier, because of verification process, you found out that this 4,000 are not compliant with the requirements. Some do not have the necessary office address. Tama po ba yun, Commissioner?
Yes, ma'am. And some of those who were delisted were frequent violators of import laws. So I check in the database who are the importers and brokers who have violated some importation laws in the past, and I immediately included them on the list to be delisted in our accreditation, Your Honor. So that's another parameter why we delisted them, Your Honor.
Either kulang ang requirements or nagkaroon ng previous violation.
Yes, Your Honor. And of the 4,000, not one of them went to court and contest their delisting of their company in the
No one
accredited.
attempted to question why they were
I cannot
deleted.
I cannot remember even one of them who went to court and question their delisting from the accredited, Your
Sir,
Honor.
balikan ko po yung documents na nire-require nyo during importers accreditation process. With those documents, you can determine also the address of the importer, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
With those documents, you can determine also the contact details of the importer, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And with those documents also, you can determine also what type of business does the importer conduct.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you can also determine the affiliations of this importer.
Outrightly, I suppose the AMO should be doing a due diligence, AMO office, in checking the affiliations of this. or this applicant has been previously delisted, a company under his name or her name has been previously delisted. Those are the assumptions that the AMO office has to do due diligence in checking those circumstances, Your Honor.
And with those documents, sir, definitely we can determine also the nationality of the importer.
Of course, because
Yes.
there should
In
be a
conclusion,
nationality
sir,
written under the SEC or DTI registration, Your Honor.
In conclusion, Mr. Faeldon, if I am an importer, generally speaking, it is very difficult to hide basic and important information from the Bureau of Customs. Do you agree?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. I wish to direct my next question still to the BOC. Commissioner Faeldon, are you aware of this shipment number MCLU 61881?
I'd like to request Your Honor to please refresh my memory. I cannot remember that, ma'am.
MCLU 61881 pertains to the 6.4 billion smuggling of shabu, equivalent to 604 kilos of shabu, in which case Mark Taguba was convicted for smuggling of shabu by the Regional Trial Court. That is MCLU 61881. Kanina po, Commissioner, you said, you admitted with the documents which are being required during importer's accreditation, walang kayang itagong information ang importer sa inyo. Now, the question is, sino po ang importer nitong 6.4 billion na shabu?
Hindi ko na po matandaan, ma'am, kung sino po yung importer niyan. That importation has been a subject of a long court litigation.
I understand, Commissioner, but this is an incident which really shook the BOC, especially during your term. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, ma'am. If I may...
And of course, the first question that you wish to be answered, considering na may nakapasok na 6.4 billion na shabu, sino ang nagpasok nito sa Pilipinas? I want to refresh your memory, Commissioner Faeldon. Walang makakapag-import without the importer's accreditation. You likewise said, what with the ample requirements which are being required from the importer, walang kayang itagong information ang importer from the Bureau of Customs. Now, we are talking about this specific shipment that pertains to 6.4 billion of shabu, which shook the Bureau of Customs and even your leadership of the BOC when this shabu was apprehended in the Valenzuela warehouse. Question, Commissioner. This is something na hindi mo dapat nakakalimutan. Sino po ang importer nito?
I would like to be given time to check on who's the specific importer of that shabu, ma'am. But the sequence of that apprehension, I can relate to this court,
If
Your
I
Honor.
may interrupt, Commissioner Faeldon, would you agree with me if I would say that as head of the BOC, nalusutan ka ng 6.4 billion na shabu, nakapasok sa bansa, that is equivalent to 604 kilos. Diba? The first question that will pop up in your mind, sino ang nagpasok nito? Because you are answerable during that time, at least being the head of the Bureau of Customs. I find it strange that an incident as big as this, during the time